On YouTube Live, no viewers though, so.
What is it?
You're on YouTube Live.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. No, you're on right now.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, but there's no viewers right now. I need to get more. It's. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Like,
were you doing security at this event over here?
Yeah.
Okay. What is this? Is that the Songwriters Festival?
It is actually, and it's for the first time here in the city.
Okay. Yeah, I was driving by and then I was gonna leave. I go back to Oakland, but then I drove by and it sounded pretty cool, so I'm gonna check it out. Okay, cool, man. Thanks. Okay, all right. Have a good one.
It's very important to me that I shout out the Music City events team because the people behind the scene often don't get the applause, and I want everyone to applaud Drea, Rob, Dirk, Brad, Blandina, Kyle, Nathan, and April holding it down, making this happen, along with all of our sponsors today. Yeah, let's hear it for the team. Nathan and Josh back here on sound. And I'm serious, folks. Today is National Make a New Friend Day, and I just made several hundred new friends, and I want all of you to go make a new friend today too. I'll be your new friend, okay? And I won't send you weird memes, but I'll be there for you. Now, look, I gotta do some business. Shout out my sponsors here for the Music City Songwriters Festival. The Lower Polk CBD, Keep the Streets Clean for Us, Avenue Greenlight, Lower Polk Neighbors, Prolific Sound Solutions, People's Barber right there, and Uni Pizzeria. I actually just had a slice, it was delish. Now look, folks, I feel like I'm partying all day long, but the party does not stop, because after the block party, we are having the grand opening party in Rudy Columbini Band is coming up next. Shout out Polk Street. Shout out beautiful San Francisco, California. Didn't they say that they left their heart in San Francisco? Well, I found my heart here, and I hope all of you do too. Thank you again to all of our artists. Pamela Parker's Fantastic Machine. Listen to Pamela Parker's new album, Fantastic Machine. Follow Pamela Parker on all these social medias. And all of our other artists, DJ Omar, Anthony Aria Band, Ben Misterka. And in just a few minutes, folks, the one and only, the founder of Music City, the Rudy Columbini Band is coming up here right in a little bit. Let's have fun.
Testing.
going? You're on
She's around
YouTube,
here somewhere.
you're on YouTube Live, if that's all right.
Oh, cool.
Okay, yeah. You have any information? I don't know.
This is my YouTube.
Okay.
Here's
All right.
my
Cool.
I'm Alex.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, Michael. Yeah. No, this is.
This is where like all my stuff is.
Okay.
I'm an artist, and my background is music.
Yeah. So like, I was just curious. Did you like customize these
So
these
what it
electronic
is-
instruments?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Let me give you.
Yes.
a
Why don't
little-
you explain a little bit and
I
then
will.
okay.
So let's go with this. All right. So this is a normal guitar pedal that any guitar player might have.
Yeah.
And they would use it as a normal echo or something. And what I did is I used this as a demonstration piece. Inside there, I connected the delay chip that makes the echo to just a bunch of metal screws, and so they're accessible. So it's just
Oh, did you remove the chips from the?
no, the chip's still there.
Oh, okay.
I just soldered in and put them underneath here so they're connected.
Oh, okay.
And it's a way to demonstrate.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
First, if I connect to the ground, which is a ground, and then I connect these pins. And it'll make different things. And if you get a little more adventuresome,
That's just picking up noise just from the amp.
it's I'm just trying to get it to. Well, like I said, what you do is you experiment like this until you find stuff. There's one. And you can just find out, oh, they can do this.
Yeah.
And then if you take some of these components, you can turn them on or off or control them. And then I just take that whole principle and I apply it to any other battery-powered thing. You open it up, and I buy these for thrift store prices.
Yeah.
So if I break it or something, it's not a big deal. But
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
invent something that works. And so you mess with it, you open it up, and you come up with a whole variety of things. This is like a beatbox machine. It was like a...
Is that like your central control right there? Or?
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
just a Kawasaki Troy. It was like a... It was supposed to be like a drum, like a conga drum. And then I just took it apart and plays beats. And that's what I was playing with before.
But like, are a lot of these linked together? So like...
No,
Oh,
they're
okay.
just all sitting here in a big mess.
Yeah.
So it's all... No, they're all battery powered.
Yeah.
There's nothing computerized. This is as analog as you
Okay.
can possibly get.
Yeah,
Basically, it was made for a kid to play with and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I've expanded its capabilities
Yeah.
by putting an output with controllers like this.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's pretty
And then you
interesting.
can
Yeah.
also touch. So by touching those, they're doing the same thing the pot would do, but I'm the resistor.
Okay.
And then a button just throws the thing totally out of whack. And then the chaos ensues. Yeah. The more music you can do, the worse. And they just go on and on. I've got such a variety of these things. Like this is a little drum toy. Control it by touching these things.
So did you install that thing on the bottom?
I just added these three things.
Oh, okay.
And they just go to something, and so like if you touch them, they do controls.
Wow.
And then the whole thing will go.
Yeah.
This is a toy from the 80s. The older the toys, the better. Because the way they build things now, there's not a lot of components to mess with.
Okay.
All the components used to be laid out in a big
Yeah.
board. Then they made them smaller. Eventually, they made them so small they cover it in epoxy, and so there's nothing in there.
Okay.
So I might buy something like this, although it's made in 2017. This has just a battery. Is the only thing that I'm doing anything with. So you put a pot which controls the amount that goes in, and then you just connect between the battery and the thing, and it functions normal like this. But as you starve the power, it just freaks out into,
Wow.
you know, and
Yeah.
the kids who make all this noisy music can make a beat out of that. I like this as an example because this is made right now in Andover,
Okay.
Massachusetts. This is not an old one, but most of these have to be old, otherwise you can't really hack
Yeah.
them at all.
Well, it's like, can you differentiate a little bit the analog and digital? Because you said
They're
all yours,
analog.
they're all analog.
It's
Okay.
100%. There's nothing here that isn't analog.
But like, if you were to buy that product new, would it? Is there digital components inside, or like?
There's no digital.
Oh, really? Okay.
They're
Huh.
battery-powered analog electronic components. Like
Okay, I
these.
didn't realize they still made.
But that's what I'm saying.
They still made those.
What
Yeah.
they've done is they made them smaller.
Okay.
And now they're so small that they're just underneath a piece of epoxy.
Okay. Yeah.
But normally they'd be all spread out. You know,
Yeah.
like here's a resistor, here's a capacitor. Well, now they've just built it all into one thing. And then if there's any auxiliary little things, they're doing very little. Because like an organ, for example, each key had an entire circuit board to it.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
And
Okay.
now, obviously, you know that they're not like that. But
Okay.
it
Yeah.
matters a lot on the source things you find. But for me, I'm buying things that are cheap. I'm
Yeah.
buying things that otherwise don't really have much of a purpose except for maybe a little kit, and it's probably headed to the landfill.
Yeah,
so this
yeah,
is a
for
little
sure.
bit about upcycling, but mostly it's just an artistic endeavor
Yeah. Yeah.
that has led me into all kinds of different things. I was a musician for a long time, and then I was a recording engineer for a long time.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool.
I'm working in the arts.
Like, were you trained? What was your instrument in music?
I was an electric bass player, and
Okay.
I got a degree in songwriting from the Berklee College of Music in Boston.
Oh, really? I went to
school.
Berkeley, actually. What year did you go to Berkeley?
In Boston?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I graduated in '94. I studied
Okay, so you were
songwriting.
there a little bit before. I went there
What do you play,
94 to a guitar.
Oh,
Guitar in,
I lived
in
in the Fenway. I worked
Yeah,
at
awesome.
at
Yeah,
Thornton's
awesome.
Fenway Grill, and
Nice.
I hung out at the
Yeah.
Linwood Grill. And I played in a grunge band, so I
Yeah,
played
wow,
all
nice.
the clubs and everything, and didn't pay much attention to school.
Yeah, but you were bass. Bass was your instrument.
But I
electric
didn't
bass.
play bass in any of the bands.
Okay.
I haven't been doing that very much.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no worries. But no, that's cool. That no, and
That's
it-
totally my bad.
Yeah.
But that was the '90s. You know?
Yeah, and you must have started like 90 or 91, and
Yeah,
and then,
I grew up in San Francisco. I went to St.
Oh, okay.
Ignatius, and I
Yeah.
was supposed to go to a real college.
Uh-huh.
And after I flunked out of that, somebody thought music school was a good idea.
yeah, yeah.
It was something to do. I did get a degree, but I didn't learn anything in my prep school and high school. I certainly didn't learn anything in college.
Uh-huh.
It's certainly nothing that would get me a job. And so I was a musician for a very long time, and then I was a cover band musician.
Yeah.
But I also was a recording engineer for a very.
So that-
I
so you-
rode the big wave of digital until music became free. So,
So
I had
you
a
record
really
a lot. Were you
great-
a chief engineer, and did you
No,
record?
in my own,
Okay.
on Pro Tools. Yeah.
No,
in
but
my
you were
own
recording
studio.
bands like
Yeah.
you had your own studio, your own
I
home
still do.
studio. Okay.
I've been in Daly
Oh,
City
sweet.
for 24 years.
So do you record all
I
different
did.
types of?
I did everything until music became free, and then there was no reason for a person to come give me money to make.
Well,
they could just.
I mean,
buy
some
a
people,
product.
yeah, they could, but some people, it's like they just want to go in and perform, you know, and
I did it all.
Okay,
I
yeah.
did so much of it.
You're not doing
I
that
seen
anymore? Okay.
Well, I saw a lot of feast
Yeah.
and a lot of famine.
do you have like any bands or any
I did
like
I did
CDs
over 100 albums.
or like what are some of the like?
Nobody made anything of it.
Well, even if it's like a local band, what are a couple bands or?
Fleeting Trance is a band that's been around for 30 years.
Fleeting
I did
Trance?
so many. all the stuff is on laststoprecords.com.
Last Stop.
Yeah, and it's
Oh, I've
all
heard. I've heard that. Yeah, I
I
used to
started
DJ
back-
at Calex, so I think you guys
I
had some
played
of this.
Calex. I played a bunch of times. Oh no, KZSU. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
At
Calex
Stanford.
is Berkeley,
Yeah, no,
University of
I'm sorry, but
California.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about? Where you play at Stanford.
Yeah,
I did that
yeah.
a
Okay,
bunch.
sweet. Yeah,
I never did Berkeley, but yeah, they played a bunch. of JJ Schultz, he did pretty good.
Yeah, I actually had him on because he's like
I recorded his first 3
Yeah.
records. His first 3.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
He didn't know what he
Nice.
was doing.
Okay. Yeah. I think I reviewed his. I think I
I'm
reviewed
Alex.
his. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, I think I reviewed his CD, JJ Schultz.
one?
It may have been his first one. It was like a black and white cover. I remember. And this was like probably
That might
15
be
years
doing
ago.
Carolina or something.
What?
The records I did were Bustin' Out of Town.
Sorry, guys.
Let me just get these
Oh
guys.
yeah, for sure.
You want to play with something, young lady? Here's something actually. This is actually. So this has a light switch. And this is actually an old vintage toy. I was just talking.
Wow.
Don't let me. You want to play with this, young lady? And you can, as you change the light. But yeah, so I read a whole wave with when the Hotel Utah open mic was a big deal in like the early 2000s. That's where
Okay.
I got, I mean,
Yeah, I never played
dozens.
it.
And then West Coast Songwriters was also how I got all.
Yeah,
like,
that's
all
it. That's this event.
I don't.
Oh, this
no,
is.
it's
Oh, this
it's
is Music
unrelated.
City. Okay, yeah,
It's
West Coast
unrelated.
Songwriters.
West
Okay.
Coast Songwriters has like a
Oh, so you do a lot. You do a lot of folk,
I did
acoustic stuff.
all that
Yeah.
stuff. Exactly.
You still you still have a.
I
You
have
still
a
have
really nice
a lot of
studio
your
now.
mic collection. Okay.
It took me but back then I was
Okay.
using more inferior stuff. Now I've got Neves.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I eventually got
Yeah.
nice stuff, but
Okay,
I've
sweet.
moved on. Those kids,
Yeah.
those kids move back to Ohio, or they're JJ Schultz and he's a tech wizard. Makes a bunch of bread.
Oh, really? Okay. I've
I'm
lost
not
touch
friends
with.
with any of those people.
Yeah.
I'm not a tech guy. I grew up in San Francisco.
Yeah, yeah.
I made business out of my thing. I did not relate to JJ Schultz.
Yeah, I didn't know him that well. I think I found him on
Super
MySpace,
guy,
and then
awesome guy,
I just
good
booked him because I was booking a lot of the singer-songwriters. I was a regular DJ over at Calex, but I did the Calex Live, the Saturday night thing. So every Saturday night we'd have live bands on there, and then JJ Schultz, and I think he played solo. But there was another guy that he books. He's like a pretty big booking agent. He lives in town. He books like Ramblin' Jack Elliott. I think a lot of his shows are up north in Nevada. What's his name? Kate. Oh God, I can't.
It's all right. You don't have to.
Yeah, I probably find him on my email, but I'm actually.
And right now, I need to introduce someone.
But
who-
yeah, I had a lot.
So you promote in book shows too?
These days, I'm not no longer at Calex. I teach lessons now. I'm teaching lessons for work. So
Out of where? Here?
out in Danville. Yeah, at a school out there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a Reader Music Academy. Yeah. It's a private school. It's like, just mostly kids. I have a couple adults. Yeah, it's like.
So they come in and ask you to teach them System of a Down songs? Or?
Yeah, I mean, be honest. I'm kind of old school. I try to steer them towards like note reading and like more traditional. And then usually the younger kids are cool with that, and even the older kids. But oftentimes, like I have a kid, he wants to do Metallica. We're doing Master of Puppets, so we're transcribing that. And then another kid wants to do Mission Impossible theme.
that's kinda
yeah.
cool. Isn't that,
It's kind of like it's a variety.
Mancini?
Yeah, that was Schifrin, Lalo Schifrin.
Oh, I don't
Yep.
recognize the name, but I love
But he was a
all that
film
music.
composer, right?
I
Yeah,
love
so
that
he's
stuff.
like wasn't as famous as Mancini, but yeah, he was a big film composer guy.
Yeah, I love that
Hollywood in the '60s, '50s, and
I
'60s.
got into all that. I
Yeah, oh,
started
for sure,
writing
yeah.
And composing all that. That's when I started got away from all of. I started to get into that stuff. And
Yeah.
I did all right with some licensing and stuff, but yeah.
Did you record? Like, did you have any of your own stuff posted, or
tons.
like on your
I
own?
don't really
Like,
care, but yeah. I do have tons.
Okay.
6 records, Alex James Muscat. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I'll definitely
I kinda
keep.
keep
I'll
it
send
under
you a
wraps.
link to this video just so, and then just.
Like
I mean,
most things,
yeah.
you just sort of get to the end of it. I used to
Yeah,
be adventuresome and creative about stuff, and then you know, at the end of it, I started to make the records myself, and it kind of just, man, it all sounds the same. You know, I used to be so excited.
Yeah.
But now I
was
just,
it was it solo? Were you doing it?
Yeah, and I
yeah,
played
sometimes
everything
maybe.
myself,
Yeah,
and-
because that could be because I find like if I
Gets
because I've
boring.
done some of that and I'm like, damn, I gone to music school. Why is it's kind of sounding limited? But then I realized that, you know, I need to be collaborating with people.
people.
Yeah.
So my,
yeah,
here's my
for
experience,
sure.
I would say. Like, I was a bass player, right? And
Yeah.
I've always written hundreds of songs or pieces of music. I had 4 tracks. Like I've written
Yeah.
hundreds of things. I used to just
For sure.
like, go
Yeah.
crazy. Here's what worked. So when I joined a grungy band, and I would bring, I was writing. So I brought in every single stupid thing I was writing. And they just latch on. Most of it they just didn't care, and they would latch on to one, and then
Yeah.
they would make it into what made it this awesome thing.
Yeah.
And so if I had a group of musicians I could bring it to, I could really work on a really high level.
Yeah.
But without those musicians,
Yeah. For sure.
but I can still write and I still execute, and the production sound. It's not that it doesn't sound good. It just
Yeah.
it sounds like everybody. It just there's nothing interesting about it except for the actual writing and the lyrics. You know, and I like to the more you push the music, less people like it. Because I like the more interesting music, but people don't like interesting music.
Like, do you incorporate some of this circuit bending
But
stuff
that's
in there?
hard.
Because
That's hard.
I think, but you know, if you think of like even people like Elliott Smith, I mean, they little, you know, grab a little bit here, a little bit. Even though, yeah, you know, he.
If you can, it's great.
Yeah,
but it's,
or,
I found it really hard. Like the example, it's like
not
you get a beat on here and it sounds dirty. You got this distortion.
Yeah.
It's all farty. As soon as you put a well-recorded drum kit and you put them together, you're like, man, this sounds terrible. Like, you know, like this beat, like it's charming in its place. But when you all of a sudden marry it with things, that's tricky.
to really
People do
get
it
it
really
tight.
well.
Yeah.
But I haven't. Every time I always am like, I've now realized I'll basically end up replacing all the electric parts. Now
Yeah.
I've got something and I play. But like all these things,
I was thinking, like, you know,
mostly I'm just enjoying what I'm doing.
yeah, for sure.
I've sold a couple hundred things, but it doesn't
So-
pay my mortgage.
Do you make instruments, or are you mostly doing like art? Like visual arts.
I have a couple hundred of all of these instruments. It's insane. Even
Okay.
with me, I have, you know, I don't know, I brought 50 things.
And you sell
Such a wide variety of stuff.
Well, basically,
And this is something I make, actually. This is something I make and sell.
okay.
I
Like,
call it an audio blaster, and it's just a simple delay that has extra modifications to it.
okay.
See what happens if I put this in.
But it's an analog delay.
It's all analog, yeah. Well, no, I mean, the chip is digital, but there's no...
Okay.
I mean, because I'm thinking when they sell it, because I buy the chips, the modules, like for like $3 or something.
Okay. Yeah.
They're very meant to be played with. You know, they're meant to like insert these chips into your project or whatever. But for me, I do everything very crude. You know, most of my stuff is very crude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the sort of just anything goes, and these things will break and not work or whatever.
Oh, because the components are cheap.
Or just poor workmanship.
Yeah, for sure.
Or
But
just,
if you're able
or
to
I've
fix
tested
stuff-
it to its limit. Like, so this is a vintage.
Yeah.
It's a really nice vintage toy.
Like, how when was that thing made? That thing's like, right.
70s.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
No,
nice.
this is a real nice. It has there's a cover that's gone, but there's a cover.
What was the name of that originally?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But it's Play School. It's Play School.
Play school, yeah.
But it used to just have but now I've got this too. And then, so here's this delay. And that's a light sensor.
Yeah.
That's a power control.
Yeah. Cool. No, that's awesome.
So do you have like a semi-hollow body or what's your
I've
guitar
got
choice?
a number. I've got a few guitars. I mean, I have a couple hollow bodies. To be honest, but these days I've been playing more acoustic and like classical and like.
Like a nylon?
Yeah, nylon. That's been like I've been teaching at this place for like 12 years, and then my reading shop's got a lot better. Even though I was teaching more kind of. Not like super advanced level, but just doing it so much, just your base level. So I've been getting more into classical because now I can actually play it, like sit down and nylon string, and then
when you were studying, did you?
I was more jazz. Yeah, I was more like standards.
Now, did you grow up on that before you went to Berkeley?
No, I grew up on like Led Zeppelin.
Like there was no
Yeah.
music in my school. They were like, "Shut up, go to college."
Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit older. I was like, I was a little bit older when I started playing. I mean, I was like just almost 21. So I started I was actually already in college and like ended up getting another degree before, and then I went back to school to Berkeley. But I was. So I mean, I grew up listening to Styx and Foreigner and that like that kind of. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, new wave and I mean,
that's how I
punk and
grew up
get
as
into
far as
punk. Yeah, I mean,
instruments.
probably,
I
I imagine the same.
I always try to tell people, like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. It didn't matter that it was the 80s, but, like, I was learning all the, I was learning Rush and Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Just all the songs. I played,
Yeah. You kind of look like Daddy Leo.
Yeah, it was just to learn, and same thing, we were lucky that, like, I had friends who, kids had instruments and stuff, like,
Yeah.
I bought, like, a bass from Ceremony Music Center I went to music school at the Squire. It just, like, nobody cared about music.
Oh, you went to music school where?
Squire jazz bass, like
Oh,
not
okay.
a nice bass is what I mean.
Yeah. When you went to Berkeley?
When I went to Berkeley.
Yeah. But the Squires may have been a little better than, like
It was
they're
made
probably
in,
more
in
Japan.
Samick.
Oh, okay.
The Samick, the factory
Oh,
was
in
Samick. And they were better.
okay, yeah.
I also put a Seymour Duncan and a
Yeah.
badass bridge. But I mean,
Did you study upright at all? Upright bass or just okay?
not
yeah.
formally there. Before
Okay.
I messed around a little bit, but I just never was serious. It was just like I said. I went to Spokane, Washington, to go to Zaga University, and just flunked out. I went to SI, which is prep school, so they
Is
got
that a
you into
music
college.
school?
It's basketball. No, it's just a Jesuit.
In Washington.
Spokane.
Oh, because there's a school there that it's like kind of I think it may be a community college, but it's supposed to be a real good music department.
There was a music department
I think
at Berkeley. At Spokane.
I'm not sure if it's in
Gonzaga,
Spokane.
and that's
Somewhere
how
in
I found out
Washington.
about Berkeley. I didn't know about Berkeley.
Evergreen. I think it's Evergreen State College.
No, that is a good college.
Yeah.
That might be in Oregon. Well, anyway, I've heard that name.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Actually, the publisher, Tape Op Magazine. You
I
can get the subscription. I'm sure you got. Since beginning.
I have
yeah.
artwork that I ripped off.
Oh,
somewhere
really?
in here. I have
Yeah,
artwork.
they were
I'm
probably.
sorry to cut you guys off. Do you guys have a Venmo account by any chance? Like send you some cash, like $5. Like I'm like, Venmo.
Oh yeah. Sorry, man. Yeah. No. Yeah. Wait. What were we just talking about? I kind of like.
I don't know. That might just throw
Yeah. No, something about.
Evergreen College.
Yeah, Evergreen College. John. Yeah, John Bag. But the publisher of Tape Op, John. He actually lives up in.
Oh, John Botchkalupi.
He's originally from. Yeah. He lives up in Marina.
I don't know anything about it, but I've heard
I actually
a lot.
I recorded one CD, and I actually recorded
With
it.
him?
Well, it was with Bryce Gonzalez, who was like his engineer. But be honest, in retrospect.
Was it at that beautiful
Yeah,
place
it was at the
thing on
hangar.
that West Marin thing?
No, it was at the hangar in Sacramento. It was in his old studio.
That's gone.
At the,
now, but
yeah.
I remember.
And then,
They
but
didn't
well,
have a skateboard ramp.
he had a half. I think he had a half pipe there, and I mean it was big enough. It was a huge space. But it,
That's a-
yeah, but
ramp.
so I was kind of in touch. This was like I recorded in 2008, released it. Be honest, in retrospect, it's still a demo. It was kind of like I was kind of rushed to get it out, and I still have the rough tracks. So I'd like to expand those. I still have the Pro Tools, the WAV files, But anyways, yeah, John went to that. He went to that Evergreen school, and then I think there's a couple other like some other
I mean, I've heard a lot of interviews
evergreen
with
color.
John.
Anyways,
you know?
yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
his work,
he's
but
super approachable guy. I mean, he's kind of
smart.
Oh yeah. I mean, back in the old days, he was recording all indie bands and like
So the ramp is his? Or no, the ramp was
the skateboard ramp.
he's a Marine.
Yeah, I think that school, or the studio that's out in West Marin. I think he's co-owner. It's
the
a
one
house.
Yeah, it's the beautiful view on West Marin.
It's like but I think it's like he only does long-term rental. It's like it's pretty much real boutique, and I don't know. I actually, because he did have a studio in Sacramento that was like, I think he was charging like $10 an hour. This was like, but I mean, literally, it was just, but it was like he had a docking board, like a 16.
See, I've never had a console. Everything's been in the box.
I mean, he had like basically everything that wasn't in the A room at the hangar was in the B room, and it was like he was charging like $10 an hour, and like I think like some hip hop artists came and so yeah, but I don't know if he still has that, or I hope those days are probably long gone.
I think they're long gone. Yeah. Well, things have just changed.
Yeah.
In the way that. I mean, I don't think it's a fault of anybody, but if you're doing any of those things, you're just you might as well be in it for longs. You're in your own little world and you're spending a lot of money. There's no money back. There's no
if you're a
return.
studio owner,
There's no money to be brought in. None.
Well, unless you're doing like commercial, unless you're doing like.
But good luck with that. No, because I went to school with all the kids who have that. No, man, that's handed to them when they're 25, and they don't want to have anything to do with you when you're 35. That's a young person's game. Try to get you to overwork. Like I said, the guys I went to Berkeley with, man, they're just Coca-Cola, you name it, and they did the big huge thing. But if you didn't get, there's no work.
Well, it's not expanding. It's probably such a tight.
I don't want to use. It's not entirely nepotism, but my friends. That's what your dad did. My friend who did all of the things I'm talking about, who made millions of dollars from M&Ms or any of these things. His dad played drums on. His grandfather played drums on Brown Eyed Girl. His dad played drums on the Boxer. Like if you're not in, you're not in. And that was even they were at the end of it. That was the 90s. He's gonna pay for it. They don't pay for it. You do other things. Here, all our old gear. I mean, just a Stratocaster from the 70s is worth $25,000 for $700 a regular 3-volt Strat. All the guitars are now worth unbelievable. A Marshall amplifier, they're all worth. You can't buy one for less than $1,200. Well, I just mean all the ones any of us have. JCM 800, or even these pedals.
Yeah, I have that. I have the DD1. That one, the DD1, you have to hold it down. This one,
you're right. This has a
or it's a
features
DD1 or DD2.
Yeah, but I mean, again, like I have mine. Okay. This was broken when I messed with it, but But all of these things have become more like the original Boss pedals. The purple, like the purple delay and the purple flanger. They're $340, and you can buy a brand new one from Boss for $60.
Yeah.
But the older ones that have the funky knobs and have, like you said, the analog sound, the analog delays that have that real farty, really deep. Yeah. I mean, they're not these. I mean, this is the one we've all used forever. David. This is what David Gilmour's used.
Oh yeah. It's a great
everybody
one.
uses
It's a great sound.
delay. I think they're up to 7 or 8 DD8 or 7. There's a bunch of upgraded versions.
Yeah, I'm sure. I haven't really kept up.
This is. I have a main one that I used to use even before it got sophisticated. I used to use Radio Shack used to sell a transformer we used for our 4-tracks, and it was just like a 1/4-inch transformer for an XLR, and I'd use that on this to run a nice mic through it without it click. There's so much good stuff out there now. Even you can buy delay pedals on Amazon for like $15-20.
For new ones?
I mean, they're not the greatest.
But
they're way better than anything I bought at Guitar Center in 1983.
And if you can get in there, and I mean, if you can solder stuff, and you can hot wire stuff or do it, like it sounds like
the other thing is there's plans and schematics. You just look up like
Yeah.
run music like.
Like, do you know? Like,
picture
are you
shots.
are you fully
I'm not
self-taught
that
as
good.
far as?
I'm
yeah.
not a hack. I don't really understand. It's like I said, I didn't learn.
You're able
anything.
to like get some. You can.
I'm a doer. I'm more
Yeah.
like a carpenter than I am an electrical engineer.
Yeah.
Same thing. Even as an engineer, I never really got that sophisticated. But that being said, I'm very mechanical. You know, like I can fix things, but I really don't know anything.
You're able to get in there and like
It took me
take
a
it
while
apart.
even to learn how to use a multimeter. I just, you know, I mean, I don't know, the circuit bending story is always, I didn't know anything about electronics, and I like that.
Yeah.
Usually they learn something about it. I didn't really learn that much. I'm more prolific. I've done more than most people, but not at a high level. Like, I would love to sit down with, like, a better circuit bender than me, just be like, dude, so they could just be like, oh, dude, don't do it that way.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
this is what you're doing. You know, but I don't know any of those people because they're all, from my experience, my friends in circuit bending, they're all Midwestern. Or out here, everybody, they like when they
It's like
think
kinda-
electronic, it's techno.
Yeah, yeah. If
And
it's
it's
not
like,
in the laptop,
Well,
then it's
that's garbage to me. Like
Yeah, I know.
musically, like a fixed format. Like
yeah.
I want to be
Like a grid and
I want to be like
yeah.
Harry Belize meets John Cage.
yeah, yeah.
And again, I'm not an idiot.
No, that's what kind of
But
intrigued me because you
I
were,
wanna be
yeah,
surreal,
yeah.
And I can be 12
Yeah.
Tony and I can headband. The idea of like, it being attached to rap or dance music, like I'm not in it at all. You know, and
Yeah.
I like rap, but I don't want to, no.
Yeah,
but that's,
yeah, for sure.
That's, you know how you and me played music from the 70s, and that's where musically we see a guitar and a drummer.
Yeah.
When they think of their music, they see something else, and I think it's hip hop.
I know their phone. Yeah, that's
So it's
crazy.
just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in music school, what
Yeah.
the old guy used to say to me is you can judge music, but then there's nostalgia. So you can like a lot of music that maybe you might criticize as not good music, and that's what I mean is like their nostalgia is hip hop, and my nostalgia is rock and roll.
Yeah.
And the mediums are very little. So, hey man, let's go on.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have a little nostalgia for hip hop. You know, more kind of the old school stuff. The early
I was
days.
very impressed with a little kid when Run DMC came
Yeah,
out,
for sure.
and Houdini.
Yeah, but they were using real guitars on that
What?
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Well, no, I'll give you an example.
Rick Rubin
I don't
and
listen to
Yeah, for
to
sure.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
But Snoop Dogg's music, the reason why he's not really successful now,
Yeah, the
it's a
production.
band. It's a funk band, and that's why he's on
Yeah.
that. I mean, like, it's almost so out of place when you see it because it's like, no man, he's got like horns, 2 keyboard players, 2
Yeah, he can
guitar
afford
players.
that stuff.
No, and they're all really good.
Yeah.
And it's like they're kind of like gospel-y, like vibe,
Yeah.
without playing gospel music. You know, and that's the same thing. Like that's a huge genre that I just does on my musicians. Gospel, it's just
Gospel?
really good. Oh, they're so good.
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays, church.
Oh, I love
have the
gospel
best
stuff.
music.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it just
Yeah.
every church now has a great band, and they pay their band.
Yeah. Do you ever go see church bands live? Like just
I don't.
Okay.
I was in a church band when I was a kid, and what was amazing is we were able to play churches that
Yeah.
sounded amazing, and then the person who played the organ, that was what I thought was cool. These organs that were built into these churches, and then somebody would bring a little like
Yeah.
woodwinds.
well, I just want to see if I can set this here. Maybe it can blow my mind. You know? Wait, hold- I think that's where I really realized, like, oh, I could write music. Because I always kind of thought it was like, yeah. I'm sorry, I was just holding my wrist was getting sore holding that. This is a cheapo. This isn't a real. I can get one of those. Oh yeah, gimbal. There's a guy, Roy. I heard this and I'm like, damn, I think I went to park again. Yeah, I wanted to check. I just got the very end of that, but I wanted to check because a lot of this stuff's not really, it's not advertised. So, you know, just a mark, they just set it up. It's not on, it's an event. It's on event. Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, it probably is. I just didn't find it.
It's a very busy weekend, so
Yeah, it took forever to get. It took me. I had to drive out to Fort Mason. So I'm in this acapella group that we.
It just kicks ass.
You know Meredith Jackson? She lives in Cherry Craig. Well, she's
that place up
she's,
where the
she may teach. She's more of a performer. Her and Craig Francesco.
Oh, right, the drummer.
He's a guitarist too. They're like they live together. I don't know if they're married, but they're like Craig Francesco.
Oh, I think it's the guy that's been the drummer guy.
But they do kind of like old school, like old songs, like we're doing like old Americans, like suburban Berlin. Yeah. A lot of members in here. Yeah. You sing it all? Okay.
I can rock and roll.
Okay, yeah. No, Berlin, they don't mind full rock and roll singing. No, but you gotta, it's a commitment. Yeah. It's cool because we sing outdoors out at Fort Mason. We usually try to meet every week, but ends up being like that. Sometimes you guys work. We've done a couple of gigs. My wife is that one. Oh, really? Yeah. I'll send you a link to our video. I think it's good. We're getting pretty good. We have some new members. It's we basically universal. Yeah, like right now, the concerts we run is going to make like 8 to 10 members, but some members, it's like it's hard to find people that are like really into it. Or the first concert we actually had one guy that could actually sing bass. Like, cause I love baritone. Like I can run out to like the key, you know, like the low G on the guitar. Lower G. It'd be like a G2.
I knew a lady. I handle open mic at
martinis, and she knows all that. She knows 3,000 or 4,000 songs. She used to work at the last call. And her husband, or her ex-husband, anyway, so what I used to do, I used to have a dining room. Now I open concept, but I had my Steinway in what was my dining room, and I had it all soundproof, the window under this. Anyway, I still have it. It's junky. But she used to bring in people in that age one. But she used to bring in people, and they would like hang out, and I just would have the mindset at the time I had a spare cell phone. 347. Oh my God, Dick Walters. Dick Walters, all those stories. But anyway, when I saw him, I didn't even look. I was just like, really? What are you? And then I was downstairs and just come in and she could play anyway. She knew it fast enough the Eastern, whatever that's country song. Anyway, that was one of the coolest things. They just do it. Listen back and like, she'd get her own comments.
Doesn't sound like
rubber gaskets in between, and then everything was done loose. So the but I did tons of so many people came in high. The best part was there's parking. Was that your record label that was? You guys put out this music. I was you guys put out it's a label. They put out the they have other go by your name is just fun looking up friends. Alex, James, Muscat, okay. I don't go by that much anymore. And I abandoned that. But once I saw the thing here, I shut down my things. I don't want to be positive. I don't want to see my rich friends. I don't care. So I don't do that.
We're so solitary. So solitary. We're so solitary.
you got your own stuff. Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, I just did it for so long that I had to make a break. I didn't want to. The last thing I did is I got a lot of work on.
Is that a man?
No, it's a website. Like, you go to rent something, and I just added a video to it. And so it kept me going. Like, those things. It got me into, like, voiceover, work that I just never had access to.
Visionaries of love. No more wars. No more excuses. There's always an excuse.
I don't know what 70 looks
Good
like.
excuse.
I need to keep working so long.
Never really works.
I have no idea. Looks like
Because I'm not.
Never really works.
It's not right now.
Well, why would I go somewhere? Where would I go?
Yeah.
I don't want to be like the weirdo trying to be.
Oh yeah.
But since you're a homeowner, I mean, and your house is probably
so
going up.
lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
I mean,
We're so
that
ordinary.
seems like a lot. Well, I don't know how big it
We're dignitary.
is. Is that like 2,500 square feet?
But we're really missionaries. Missionaries of love.
Oh yeah, it's probably. It's good. Yeah. But like,
I just want to say,
Investment. Like I said, I have a carport and I have a property up in Lake County that I had just because I got it for nothing. And it was a piece of garbage and I'm ready to get out.
Lake County, you just felt like you got to
Dude, I'm right
say
there.
these guys are very careful.
Very bad. But whatever.
We haven't rehearsed this
There's a lot of sketchy stuff.
It's very bad. Yeah, very
Isn't there a
bad.
lot of like? No, it's beautiful.
No, but there's a young
Yeah.
girl like in her underwear with bunny ears, and there's a sticker on the side of her face. And I'm like, somebody knows Susan. That's what I don't like about the toes. Hey man, why do you guys know this? And it's just, this is where we're gonna just like,
There's a song I wrote
it just tells me how untethered it is, how
in my life.
that's the things I don't
In my life.
Yeah.
and then drugs.
That's what's
I go to music too. I took music seriously.
on this thing.
And you really see all that, and it just
To my time,
then it would be so.
South Lake or
Well, it is really like, but if you could just get a freeway to get to Middleton, the whole world would change because it's amazing. It takes people too long to get to their jobs. If you have a job in
San Francisco,
Rona Park or Santa Rosa, maybe
are you guys a slide very strong?
it's right here, right there, right at the water. But it's a real, but it's a great investment. He bought it after he was on the So it's really, I can't do it.
Are you able to?
I'm not running in a money
License or things like that? Yeah, you could work. Yeah, you could find it. Yeah, you gotta figure something.
It was a thing I did. It was a thing I did. It honestly was later in life.
Yeah. You rent your space or you just sit there?
I have a wife. I had a stepson who grew up there. But it's just the two of us.
Yeah, it's not that much space.
Like I said, I've turned it into my own workspace. So when people bring up noise, I always feel guilty because it's like, I have a full workshop, a full studio.
Like for this stuff? Well, the noise
Well,
bridge.
no, I mean like tools. Yeah, like I mean, I have all the carpentry tools.
Wait. What is noise bridge?
Noise Bridge is a place. It's not here. It's a place that people gravitate towards, and it's like, what would they call it? Like, they call it like tech or whatever. But it's like they have like a thing. They got all the tools. They're in apartments, or they live with 10 people, and they're just like, do real work, or like a labor. I don't know if they have stuff. And so it's like, it's like a community of.
Yeah.
And people keep mentioning, I'm like, sort of stayed away from this people, and I've noticed now, I've talked to people, I need to go ahead over because the people are there, and that's what I'm missing out on, really. Now that I have more time, I'm trying to just be more forward and doing the things.
God, my phone's getting all hot. I need to get a new phone too. It's like this is an iPhone.
It really is a big difference. You realize they start to fall apart. Like after you use them so much.
Yeah. Wait, is this back? But it actually is. I think the microphone is all crackly, so the audio may not be so good. I know it's like most of my like videos, like if I do an Instagram reel or something, it's like it's all crackly and stuff. So I think it's just something. I need to replace it, but
they get tired. I think is what happens after you use them. They just kind of the heat gets to them, and they function at a lower. You know how the tolerances are different.
Yeah.
I think they slowly get damaged by just heat.
Also, you can get one of those external, like an external microphone, but that actually would plug into the. Like, you need a splitter or something because my power goes in there.
You have to figure out all the
Yeah, I know.
So what I do, I don't use my phone, but like all my videos, I'm recording it, through a real nice preamp and doing all that, and then with my phone, and then I just sync the two.
Oh, you have videos on a YouTube channel?
Oh yeah, tons.
Oh,
but
cool.
I end up syncing it, so the quality video is it's 24x48. Recorded on nice preamps and everything.
Nice, yeah.
And then if I need some of the sound, like in there, I'll.
Yeah, is your YouTube channel on this?
Yeah,
is it all on here?
All.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm easy to find.
Yeah, sweet, man. Yeah, no, awesome talking with you, and yeah.
You as well, Mike.
Okay, well, nice all right. Look forward to the next time. Okay, thanks again, Alex.
Ela diz que pra comer tem que conquistar, não tem que pagar. Ela diz que pra comer tem que conquistar ou tem que pagar. Continua, avisa a Maralina e o Emílio está na Bituba, chorando de fome, chorando de paixão e comendo com os olhos esse acarajé tentação. Não vai dar, vai dar, não vai dar e vai dar, não vai dar e vai dar, não vai dar, vai dar. Campanas serenas, ay mamá, ¿qué pasó? Ay mamá, ¿qué pasó? En cuarto de duda se cogió candeia, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela. En cuarto de duda se cogió candeia, se quedó dormida y no apagou la vela. Varou de la catimba se ha formado uma corredeira. Varou de la catimba se ha formado uma corredeira. Ali foram os bombeiros com sus campanas serenas. Allá foram os bombeiros com sus campanas serenas. Ay mamá, ¿qué pasó? Ay mamá, ¿qué pasó? En cuarto de duda se cogió candeia, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela. En cuarto de duda se cogió candeia, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela. En cuarto de duda se cogió candeia, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela. em quarto de tula, se cogió candeia, se quedó dormida e não apagou a vela. Eu disse ai, 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 mata o papai. Eu disse ai, 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 mata o papai. Eu disse ai, 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 mata o papai, manhã. Eu disse ai, 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 mata o papai. Eu disse ai, 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 mata o papai. Eu disse ai, 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 mata o papai, manhã. Já que tá gostoso, deixa, deixa a mamãe, deixa a mamãe, deixa a mamãe. Já que tá gostoso, deixa, deixa a mamãe, deixa a mamãe e deixa a mamãe. Ai, 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 ai. Eu disse ai, 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 mata o papai. Eu disse ai, 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 mata o papai. Eu disse ai, 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 mata o papai, manhã. Eu disse ai, 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 mata o papai. Eu disse ai, 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 mata o papai. Eu disse ai, 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 mata o papai, manhã. Em quarto de tula, se cogió candeia, se quedó dormida e não apagou a vela. Em quarto de tula, se cogió candeia, se quedó dormida e não apagou a vela. Assim, eu fumo maconha e adivinha que tá de volta, explora nossa vergonha. Eu sou melhor do microfone, não dou mole pra ninguém. Planet Ramp, na gostada, Mary Jane, então por favor, não me trate como marginal, se o papo for por aí, já começamos mal. Quer me prender só porque eu fumo cannabis ativa, na cabeça ativa, na cabeça ativa e na cabeça ativa, isso te incomoda. Eu falo, penso e grito, isso pra você é foda. Mente aguçada, meu irmão, eu sei que isso te espanta, mas continuo queimando tudo até a última ponta. Eu continuo queimando tudo até a última ponta. Eu continuo queimando tudo até a última. Eu continuo queimando tudo até a última ponta. Olhe pra mim, veja as pupilas dilatadas. É a mente trabalhando, eu não vou te fazer nada. Se os efeitos da fumaça sonora. E não se esqueça, Planet Ramp fazendo sua cabeça. M-A-R-C-E-L-O, Marcelo, D2 na lata, sem dó. Dedo amarelo, enfumaçado e o pensamento longe, mas continuo queimando tudo como tchichichon. Não adianta arma de meu limão não cai, muito menos cabeça pobre como para-raio. Mente aguçada, meu irmão, eu sei que isso te espanta, mas continuo queimando tudo até a última ponta. Tudo até a última ponta. Eu continuo queimando tudo até a última ponta. Continuo queimando tudo até a última ponta. Eu continuo queimando tudo até a última ponta. Eu continuo queimando tudo até a última ponta. Continuo queimando tudo até a última ponta. Tu desenrola, bate, joga de ladinho, desenrola, bate, joga de ladinho, desenrola, bate, joga de ladinho. O desenrola, bate, joga de ladinho, desenrola, bate, joga de ladinho, desenrola, bate, joga de ladinho. Em quarto de tula, se cogió candeia, se quedó dormida e não apagou a vela. Em quarto de tula, se cogió candeia, se quedó dormida e não apagou a vela. Thank you. Obrigado. Quarto de Tula by Buena Vista Social Club. I played a couple of more songs by other Brazilian artists, Planet Ramp and all the other ones. Thank you. Please. Again, my name is Nilo Ayele. I'm from Salvador, Bahia, Brazil. Glad to be here. Thank you.
today. You know, a little under the weather he was. You can get to here quite often, have a look at our Music City Eventbrite schedule. Nilo's one of our regular artists, probably our best.
Great to have y'all. Great to have you in San Francisco. I am great to bestow you because I was raised here. What a great town. We are going through a very difficult period in this town. I don't know if you guys see it. We got to pull together. We got to support ourselves. We got to support each other. And keep the frequency going. I built it. Come share it. Gonna have it. It's cheap. And it's great. Yeah, actually all great things are actually cheap. And so thank you for coming to the Songwriter Festival. By the way, it's in the Songwriter Festival in New York. Jason, are you still writing? Keep those great songs. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Awakening 2. And that is right? Music. Can you guys do something right now? Are we gonna go to jail? I don't give a fuck. Come on. You guys want to do something? We got the whole team here. Do it. Come on up. Get it. Get it. Hey, mama said the way you move. Hey. About 5 minutes. That's,
pistachios. That's a lot of stuff on the balcony right there, man. How's it going? No, no worries. Where is Art? I can't remember where I parked. Still up. I kept going. More people. What's that thing? Huh.
was like, I feel like you don't see that often either.
Remember what street I parked on. Yeah, can't be too far from here. Street I parked on. It was a nice one, but I don't think it was a one-way street. Street. Oh yeah, it was 1940 something.